train pro athletes, meaning you have a voice in the ear, well, where they're listening to you. Where like I do understand, like greats want to train with other greats, but they have other people that have careers as you. So how do you find your voice when you are training people who have gone farther in your career and trying to push them to their limits?
Like really just finding from like speaking from a place of like authority or confidence.
Oh, just in general, how do you connect with them?
Man, yeah, it does sound corny, man, but like people don't care what you know until they know how much you care. Like, and that is a real thing. There's a reason that it's a cliche. I think I come in unassuming. I
Hmm.
tell everyone straight up like hey, this is what I see. This is what I would do. This is why I would do it. If I feel like at any point I'm like made the wrong decision with our programming or like the way that we want to attack something, I'll let you know. And
Hmm.
like with a lot of those guys, like I have made what I would consider to be a mistake or been like, hey, I think we can do this differently or
Hmm.
better. And so like I'm super upfront and honest about that. Like, and they all know that. Like if I fuck up, I'll let you know. And beyond that, I think I can kind of speak the language of basketball as a player. You
Hmm.
know, I'm very
Mm-hmm.
fluent in that. Like, I'm a high school coach. I can do skills training stuff. I run basketball camps. Like, I very much am in basketball.
Hmm.
But when you get to like that level of player, I don't think I put enough time in on the basketball skill side. Like, I'm not watching tape. I'm not studying the game with that lens. And so, like, it's out of a almost just a place of respect that like I'm not gonna try to be your skills coach because I don't feel like I've put in enough time to be worthy of having that voice. But I have gone to school for the exercise science stuff. My entire like childhood, high school
Yeah.
experience was like, how athletic can I get for basketball? How good can I make myself? That's kind of been the ethos of my life. And I think I do a good job of articulating that, and I make no assumptions. I don't like overstep my boundary.
Hmm.
When you talk about like I'm in their ear telling them things, like I'm not telling them what to do, you
Hmm.
know, or I'm not overstepping my lane, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you exactly why I think something. And if we get new information and it ends up being wrong, I'll own it. And so I think I'm able to just kind of build a level of trust with people quicker. And if you trust someone, you're gonna listen to what they say, or
That's
at
a
least
different
give it
percent.
a fair shot. So yeah, I think that would be the roundabout answer,
So
probably.
I got
Yeah.
a follow up question for you then. All right, so one, each summer or like off season, whatever
Yeah.
league somebody might be playing in, how much communication is happening between you and the client in terms of building out programming of stuff we want to attack like this summer, like
Hmm.
I want to get stronger in this area physically, and
Hmm.
then secondly, is there any type of collaboration in terms of like what you do versus stuff they may be working on with their skills trainer? Like
Hmm.
if I'm say Peyton and I'm looking at what Mike G has been working on with Drew in
Hmm.
terms of like defensive sliding and be able to just have twitch speed to like do a little 360 shit he
Yeah.
always does. Like how much of that is then built into the programming that you do with him
Yeah.
to make his foot sweep be faster or to build up his calf muscles or anything like that?
Like with Peyton or
Yeah, or
anybody in general?
anybody in general.
Well, that's an interesting one. So like Mike G is awesome. Salute GBG Hoop. Shout out to Mike G. Um, Mike James obviously worked with Mike G. Like anytime they're in the same city, or he used to spend a lot more time in LA in the summers. Then he got a house out here. He has his own gym now that he trains at and stuff like that. So he's been much more local. But Mike G has been unbelievable about reaching out to me, kind of collaborating. Like if Mike would have spent some weeks in LA with him, like he'll send me the programming for the next few weeks.
Hmm.
So like one summer I did just all his programming because he's like, all right, you've got him for 6 weeks. Like I'm not just gonna like flip the script and like restart what I'm doing. Let's have some continuity there. And that's another example of like why Mike might trust me more than maybe someone else is because I have zero ego with that. Like it's not really about me or my program. It's about what's best for Mike. And if I can just be there as like a connection and make sure that the right like he knows what those exercises are that Mike G sent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah.
then that's perfect right there on like and that's only one summer that was as far as like the discussions and stuff like that, like depending on who it is, like with the Celtics, like we'll absolutely connect and just see like what have they been working on. Like you can see the weights and everything, like the programming that's been going through, like sets, reps, volume, the progressions and everything. So you kind of have an idea. And then sometimes novelty is good, you know what I mean? So like they oftentimes will keep it in a positive way, very like fundamental or basic with the Celtics, because you don't want to introduce novel stressors because those are more fatiguing. So it ends up being like very routine throughout the season, and then we can like throw in some like extra shit and the bells and whistles in the summer. And then it's kind of just like anyone else, man. Like I'll have conversations with different players. Like people will see stuff on Instagram, like, oh, that's a cool idea. Like that's not like this, that, the same way that like maybe even we would talk about it. And for me, it's the concepts, you know what I mean? Like, what are they trying to achieve here? Is this a good way for us to achieve it? Should we mess around with that if you think it looks fun, etc.? And yeah, that the players are just different. So like Peyton loves to kind of talk about like, oh, like let's this is what we want to work on, X, Y, Z. This is going to be the schedule, etc. And these are the areas we're attacking. And then some guys don't care at all. Like it's just like, I trust you. Like I know that you're gonna I trust you to put the time in to really think about the shit. So I'm just gonna rock with the plan. You just tell me what to do. Sometimes I'll explain to them why we're doing it. Sometimes not. Just kind of a field thing. It's like the social, emotional intelligence, I guess,
Yeah,
to a certain degree. Because like I am in the service business, and it is a social interaction when I'm working with guys. So like, if you hired to train me and like you want to bullshit about your life, like we can do that the whole time. If you don't want to say a word and just like suffer, we can do that too. It's up to you.
Just suffer is crazy.
And so yeah, it's very individual, I would say, at this point with a lot of those guys.
Word.
Which kind of
If you want like clarification, any of that, sometimes I talk in circles.
No. That was straight up. Yeah.
doing phenomenal. Actually, one of the things that kind of like came up for me with this is like, in my opinion, just like sitting with you, where I think at times you minimize the impact that you have on your people. There's like those very like simple, easy things of like respect, meeting someone halfway. I feel like that is a lost art